I am currently rewatching the MCU before Doomsday does officially release this year. So follow along to see what I think about your favorite Marvel movie. And in this video, we've got part 2, and we are going to be going over Captain America. Now, this is an absolutely incredible origin story. In this movie, you have the definition of what's considered a true underdog story. You have Steve Rogers, who nobody looks to as a threat. They just see him as this scrawny guy overall. Then, of course, there's a scientist that sees him and fully believes in him, gives him some of the super soldier serum, and then is one of the best soldiers on the base. In this movie, it's such a good representation of what happens if you elevate the wrong person to various high levels. If you elevate a good person that is good from the inside, you're going to get somebody like Captain America. If you elevate the wrong person, you're going to get somebody like Hydra. You also get the absolutely incredible friendship between Cap and Bucky. One of the best friendships in the MCU just in general, but you have the heartbreaking moments. You have the beautiful synergy between the two. I mean, these two just click. They are true best friends that you root for, especially down the stretch. They have a little bit of a rocky start, but you know, as all friends do. And last but certainly not least, I do believe firmly that this is the best relationship that you see in the entire MCU in Captain America and Miss Peggy. I mean, the last scene alone is everything that you need to know. That Cap says that he's going to need a rain check on that dance, and then she comes back and says, okay, we'll postpone it to next week, be there at 8. And he comes back and says, I still don't know how to dance, you know. And she says, that's okay, just be there and I'll show you. I mean, such a powerful dialogue right before he plummets his ship right into the ocean. And then at that moment, of course, he sleeps for many years. He is in a coma for many years. He wakes up out of his coma, and what's the first thing that he does? He realizes he's late for his date. He just absolutely cares about that woman like no other, and it's truly such a beautiful story. And of course, in some of the later Marvel movies, it does pay off. If you know, you know, but it's such a great movie overall. Definitely recommend this. So this movie is going to end up being a 4.5-star movie for me. I really did enjoy it. The only nitpick that I did have was the overall ending. I do feel like overall, when it comes to the last fight with Hydra, even though it's cool, even though it's memorable, I really hated that the only reason that Hydra ended up going away was because the Tesseract got jarred from the machine and he was holding it. And that's it. It wasn't Cap taking him out. It wasn't some sort of a final blow. No, unfortunately, it was just him catching the Tesseract. Nonetheless, still a great film. Let me know what you thought about the Captain America, the first Avenger movie, and if you liked it just as much as I did.